This looks clean, right? Comfortable. Safe. You lay your face on one of these every single night. 8 hours. Your mouth open, your eyes closed, totally trusting. What if I told you that scientists have found your pillow can harbor more bacteria than a toilet seat? That right now, as you're watching this, there could be millions of microscopic creatures living, eating, breeding, and dying inside the thing you press your face into every night. After today, you will never look at your pillow the same way again. This is the dark side of your pillow. Let's start with the thing that's going to make your skin crawl. Literally. Dust mites. You've probably heard of them, but most people have no idea how bad it actually is. According to Ohio State University, a typical used mattress can contain anywhere from 100,000 to 10 million dust mites. And your pillow? That's ground zero. It's the closest thing to your breath, your warmth, and your moisture. Everything they need to survive. And here's the part that really gets people. A virologist named Dr. Lindsay Broadbent made a statement that went viral. She said that if your pillow is more than 2 years old, roughly 10% of its weight could be made up of dead dust mites and their droppings. Let that sink in. 1/10 of the weight of the thing you sleep on is dead bugs and their poop. But it gets worse. In 2005, the University of Manchester ran a study where they tested pillows of all different ages. Feather pillows, synthetic pillows, old ones, newer ones. What they found was shocking. Up to 16 different species of fungi were living inside a single pillow. Thousands of fungal spores per gram. To put that in perspective, that's more fungus than what's found on your used toothbrush. Your pillow has more fungus than your toothbrush, and you put your face on it for 8 hours, every single night. So let's talk about what these things actually are, because they're worse than you think. Dust mites are arachnids. That means they're in the same family as spiders. A single dust mite is about 1/10 the width of a human hair. You can't see them, you can't feel them, but they are there. They live for about 3 months, and in that time they do two things really well. They eat and they reproduce. Their favorite meal? Dead skin. And you are an all-you-can-eat buffet. Humans shed about 1.5 grams of dead skin every single day. That's enough to feed 1 million dust mites. Now here's the thing. Dust mites don't actually bite you. They don't burrow into your skin. But what they leave behind is the real problem. Their droppings contain proteins that trigger allergic reactions. We're talking sneezing, congestion, itchy eyes, skin rashes, eczema flare-ups, and in serious cases, full-blown asthma attacks. About 20 million Americans are allergic to dust mites, and most of them have no idea that the thing triggering their symptoms is sitting right under their head every night. But dust mites are just the beginning. Let's talk about bacteria. Think about what happens every night. You sweat. You drool. Oil from your skin seeps into the fabric. Dead skin cells pile up. Your pillow absorbs all of it. And that warm, moist environment? It's a paradise for bacteria. Studies have found Staphylococcus aureus, E. coli, and multiple types of mold growing inside used pillows and mattresses. These can cause skin infections, acne breakouts, respiratory issues, and they're the reason old pillows start to smell. On average, you produce about 100 liters of sweat per year while you sleep. That's roughly a pint of sweat every single night soaking into your pillow. That's what causes those yellow stains you see when you take off the pillowcase. Now here's the comparison that should really bother you. Your toilet gets cleaned regularly. Maybe once a week, maybe more. But your pillow? Studies suggest that pillows can harbor more bacteria than a toilet seat. And that's because while your toilet gets scrubbed and disinfected, most people go months, sometimes years, without washing or replacing their pillow. Think about that. You clean your toilet more often than the thing you press your face into every night. And then there's the fungus. We touched on it earlier, but let's go deeper. That University of Manchester study didn't just find a little bit of fungus. They found thousands of spores per gram of pillow material. The most common species they found was something called Aspergillus fumigatus. That name might not mean anything to you, but if you have asthma, a weakened immune system, or you're recovering from an illness, this fungus can cause serious respiratory infections. And here's something that surprised even the researchers. Synthetic pillows, the ones most people buy because they're cheaper, actually contain more fungal growth than feather pillows. So if you've been sleeping on a budget polyester pillow for 3, 4, 5 years, the fungal load inside that thing is potentially massive. Your pillow is essentially a petri dish, a warm, moist, dark environment with an unlimited food supply. It's the perfect incubator for things you don't want anywhere near your face. Okay, so by now you're probably disgusted. Maybe you're looking at your pillow differently right now. But here's the good news. You can fix this, and it's not hard. Number 1. Replace your pillow every 1 to 2 years. I know, it's comfortable. You're attached to it. But after 2 years, the mite population and bacterial load is significant. It's time to let it go. Number 2. Get a pillow protector with a zipper. Not just a pillowcase, a full encasement that goes around the entire pillow. Wash it once a month. Number 3. Wash your pillowcase every single week. And wash it in hot water, at least 130 degrees Fahrenheit. That's the temperature needed to kill dust mites. Number 4. This one's counterintuitive. Don't make your bed first thing in the morning. Pull back the covers and let your pillow and sheets air out. Dust mites thrive in moisture, and letting things dry out makes the environment less hospitable for them. Number 5. Keep your bedroom humidity below 50%. If you live in a humid climate, a dehumidifier can make a huge difference. Number 6. If you deal with allergies or asthma, invest in hypoallergenic pillow encasements. They create a barrier between you and the mites. These are simple, cheap changes that can dramatically improve your sleep quality and your health. And honestly, once you know what's living in your pillow, you'll want to make them today. So tonight, when you lay your head down on your pillow and close your eyes, just remember, you're never really sleeping alone. If this video made you think twice about your pillow, do me a favor and hit that subscribe button. We expose the dark side of everyday things you use without even thinking about it. The stuff nobody talks about. The stuff that might actually be affecting your health right now. And next week, we're looking at something you put in your drink at every fast food restaurant. I'll give you a hint. It tested dirtier than toilet water. And a 12-year-old proved it. You don't want to miss that one. I'll see you in the next one. Sleep tight.